Alright, good evening everyone. We're talking snow returning to the mountains of central Montana and some of the higher country off to western Montana and even down to southeast Montana tonight. Just kind of doing a new thing here. Going to try to do a video analysis of significant weather events and whatnot. So this is kind of a trial run for that. So we're just going to try to go through what's going on tonight. Do have that chance of snow. The main focus points is going to be over the mountains of the Little Bell Mountains in central Montana. Looking at a live look right now up on top of Showdown, up on top of the ski resort there. You can see there's been light snow falling. There's some light snow falling right now. A little windy up there too. You can see this chair on the right side there swinging a little bit. Losing the sun. The sun's going down now, so we're losing that. It's been snowing off and on today, should pick up overnight, and this area here is under winter weather advisory for some pretty good amount of snow. Again, we're going to focus on this area first, so we're going to pull up the first graphic here. This is from the National Weather Service here, and throughout these forecasts or analysis, whatever you want to call them, they're not forecasts basically. Basically, it's going to be my interpretation of a current forecast, and I'll always use my data. My data will always come from the National Weather Service. So basically, this is from the official guys up there by the airport here tonight, saying, giving us a pretty good look at expected snowfall amounts over the Little Bell. It's extending over to the high woods. Pretty much, rains for 6 to 8 up towards Kings Hill. Once you get over like 6,000, 7,000 feet, Kings Hill Pass is about close to 7,000. We're getting 12 to 18 inches. So a pretty significant snow event can happen over a really isolated area. Mainly the Little Bell Mountains, and then that's going to extend down, to Stanford out to Lewistown. Snowy should get some snow too. Lewistown, you might get 4 to 6. We'll see how that goes. And then down along southwest Montana, Bozeman Pass. We probably could see 1 to 3 inches there. Battle Ridge, Bozeman, you can probably get a pick up 1 to 2. This is basically what their expected snowfall. That's not necessarily what's going to happen. This was issued early this morning too. So we'll get another graphic here. This is percent of chance of snow, or percent chance of 1 inch snow or more. And obviously you see that bullseye again over the central mountains there, Little Belt Range, even down to the big belts down here. There's White Sulphur. I'm pretty confident we'll get at least some snow. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a good snowfall event. Great Falls, you're not gonna, most likely won't get very much. We might get trace maybe to 1 inch. Back to that graphic there. We'll see how that goes as an evening progresses. And this is percent chance of 6 or more. Again, that bullseye there over Kings Hill Pass and a little bit of mountain range there, even towards the Snowies. We're looking like it's gonna have a pretty good chance picking up some snow tonight, which is good news because we are beginning to enter into some problems with our snowpack. Right now, it's not too horrible. Looking at the current snow water equivalent across the mountains of Montana, even down to Wyoming, we've got the graphics up there too. Basically, we'll start around where I'm living at right now in this area here, but the Smith, Judicial, Muscle, you're down to 92%. I mean, you're still doing decent, not horrible for how dry it's been and everything. It's pretty surprising to me we're actually at that percentage. Sun, the Teton, the Marias River up there, the river basin up here, we're sitting at right around 100%, which is good news. But we need to get some snow. We need to build that up. The Milk Basin up here has been at 131%, but we're getting to that point where if we don't start seeing snow soon, we're going to run into some trouble, and that's what we're seeing out here in mainly southwest Montana, Upper Clark Fork, Jefferson, Madison, Gallatin, and then down into Wyoming, the Bighorn, Powder, and Tongue. So eventually we're going to start running into some drought problems across this portion of the Rockies here. If we don't get any measurable precipitation here soon, especially the snowfall is what we really need, and that's been lacking significantly this winter. It's been a really windy and mild winter. So these are the winter weather advisories currently in effect across the state. Mainly western Montana here is the higher mountains, the higher elevations, mountain passes and whatnot. Overnight, most of these areas here are right around that 3-inch range, under that 3-inch range. Mainly it's the mountain passes. If you're heading west, over Rogers Pass and towards Missoula, if you're heading towards Missoula too, up above higher elevations around Missoula to the east of Missoula are going to be under that winter weather advisory. So we'll just peek into this winter weather advisory real quick. Yeah, 1 to 3 inches. Basically, this is overnight into Monday morning. Mainly the higher elevations, but every pass that's down there will get it on that. That's for sure. Homestake Pass, McDonald Pass. So just something to watch for if you're out and about traveling tonight. We covered mainly the Central Mountains there, and that extends down towards Bozeman, which I assume is probably the same winter weather advisory. If we can actually get that to load up here. Looks like we're again at 3 inches for lower elevations, and the higher elevations 5 to 10 inches. So heading up to Big Sky and stuff for Gallatin County up that way at the higher passes and up in the higher elevations, we'll get some snow. So Big Sky, you should be getting some snow overnight. We're getting some snow right now, I believe. We'll peek back into the Showdown. Now we're getting dark here at Showdown, and not a whole lot of snow. I was looking at this live stream earlier, and you can actually see right here there's actually grass, and there's a lot of exposed rocks, and there's not a whole lot of snow up there at all. So actually, let me go and pull up the current conditions, put the snow report on that since we're here. Current snow report for Showdown. Yeah, only 18 inches at the base and 25 at the summit. So not good. We need to be doubling that at least for this time of year. Be comfortable. Again, those winter weather advisories extend all the way out towards eastern Montana out here. Glendive, it's like east of Glasgow out here. And that's for, dusting to 3 inches, 1 to 3 inches of snow. That's Dawson, Richland, Webo, Prairie, Macomb counties out there. That's until 3 p.m. tomorrow. So we're getting some dust, we're getting some snow. Not really anything significant. And we haven't had a significant snowfall across the state for a while, a widespread event. And down in southeast Montana as well. North central, Wyoming, south central, and southeast Montana. They got another winter weather advisory. Pretty much the same deal, 1 to 3 inches. Winds gusting out of the north will be a concern. Northwest at 30 to 40 miles an hour, and that's for overnight into Monday, much of the day Monday, and that's until 6 p.m. Monday. So do got winter storm warnings down in the Black Hills too. But we're not going to touch on that. Since I'm living up here in the central Montana area, we're going to be focusing on Montana stuff for now and kind of doing little forecasts from there. Let's see, what was I going to pull up here? Just basically a graphic here, a graphical forecast, and again showing that bullseye right over the little belts, showing how much snowfall, and that's basically the most significant area of the state that's going to experience some snowfall tonight. And then the snowies, they're going to pick up a good amount too. They might pick up over a foot of snow in the higher elevations of the snowies, which will be good because back to the snowpack here, we're in snow water equivalent. We're getting to the point where we're going to be starting to get concerns with it, and but long range models, it's been trending to get back to cooler and wetter conditions, so we might see some improvement on that. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook here, issued by the Climate Prediction Center, and if you can click on one of these maybe. Yeah, so our 6 to 10 day outlook here is much cooler for the western United States over to the central northern plains. So we're going to see that pattern change. How much precipitation we're going to get out of it is, not is up in the air right now. I mean, above normal across, southwest United States. We're actually going to see a little system here over the next few days move into southwest United States and push up into central plains here. That's why they have this area here, bullseye for above normal. But up here, we're favored for some above normal precipitation. But however, you look at the long-term models, and I've been looking at these. This is pretty much what you do. If you like weather or whatnot, you're bored, you look at weather models. So just looking at the GFS, it's a pretty standard forecast model. It's been used for a very long time. It does show a return towards normal conditions and maybe below average here as we approach next weekend. So we should expect to see temperatures a lot cooler You know, maybe pushing down 20s for the high, teens for the highs, but still up in the air. A lot can happen in that time till we get there. And this, you know, each model run shows a different thing. You want to have model consistency, and it has been showing that cool down, but it hasn't really been a persistent cool down. This latest model run is showing that being a little more, trying to be a little more persistent, but then it shows we'll transition more back to that southwest flow aloft, which will bring in back those Chinook winds again and get that warmer air push back in here. So don't see a huge significant blockage that would set up like an Arctic outbreak, but we might get that this weekend. We'll see how that affects the state, but definitely prepared for it towards the end of the week, Friday, beginning Friday, lasting through that weekend. And when it comes to precipitation too, again, they're just doing a broad brush here of the forecast model. It's just pulling up, you know, this broad stuff. Nothing kind of getting into details here. So, you know, we do have signs that we're going to get some moisture this weekend. We do have that big low pressure system moving onto the coast, and, you know, combining with that cold Arctic air coming down here, Pacific moisture might generate some overrunning precipitation here. Friday, Saturday, we'll see. Sometimes, you know, we can get some good snowfall events out of these. We have overrun, we got cool air, and then that warmer Pacific air kind of battling each other out, and that's what will probably end up happening. We'll probably have something, maybe even freezing rain too with that. And then, you know, it's depending on this system that moves into the west here next weekend. If it shoots a little farther north, we could get some good snow out of this possibly. So it all will come down to timing, and that is not in place yet. Models are very back and forth on what they want to do. So, and it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year with temperature wise and wind wise. So, but yeah, I'll go switch back to Showdown here and take one last peek up at the mountain here. Again, Showdown. You guys have a great live feed up here. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually want to get some of these Nest cameras now from you guys, or not from you guys, but get my own. But that's a look. Showdown. It's getting dark now. Hopefully you guys get some serious snowfall tonight. Get some powder on those slopes for you. So, but again, this is just a little new thing I'm doing, just something to do to kill the time. I'll probably be doing these live in the future, just kind of trying to work out all the kinks and whatnot, and try to set up something to kind of, you know, it's middle of winter, there's not storms to chase, so I kind of want to do something with weather, and this will give you guys a little bit of a forecast beyond the little 3-minute snip that's on the local news stations. You know, they don't dive into anything. So, but basically, to sum it up, we do have that winter weather advisory overnight for the mountains of central Montana for the Great Falls area. Basically, let me go over to that again, and yeah, that big bullseye there, Little Bell Mountains. You're gonna get some good amount of snow tonight, hopefully, and should have some good conditions tomorrow morning for some skiing. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna shut this down, and hope you appreciate these forecast little weather analysis, and we'll continue to do these. I'm kind of gonna just see how the overall reaction is on these, and we'll see if we do. We'll probably end up doing live streams in the future too. So appreciate you guys for watching the video, and until next time, till we get another weather event, which who knows, right? It's been a while. So went from the windy craziness that it was a few days ago to maybe talking about a little bit of snow. So hopefully soon we'll have a big snowstorm to talk about, and we can get some snow on these plains and stop all the dust from blowing. So that would be great. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and until next time.